And I believe we're live here tonight. Getting ready for the swim meet between your Crimson and the Blaine Bengals. Probably be looking to get started here in the next 5 minutes. Just a few quick announcements for tonight's races. Your Crimson will be swimming in lanes 1, 3, and 5 tonight. The Blaine Bengals will be swimming in lanes 2, 4, and 6. All right, that was your national anthem. And we're going to be getting started here. Tonight we're going to start out event number 1. It's girls 200-yard medley relay, junior varsity. Again, your Crimson are going to be in lanes 1, 3, and 5. Blaine will be in lanes 2, 4, and 6. Again, this is event number 1, JV, 200-yard medley relay. And getting us started here in lane 1 for Maple Grove is Vidya Gopalin. In lane 2 for Blaine, Molly Poster. Lane 3, Maple Grove, Claire Germschied. Lane 4 for Blaine, Elle Graff. Lane 5 for Maple Grove, Jaden Williams. And in lane 6 for Blaine, Elise Dupree. 200-yard medley relay, 50 backstroke, 50 breaststroke, 50 butterfly, and 50 freestyle. Second leg of the race up in lane 1 for Maple Grove is going to be Kylie Setterstrom. Lane 2 for Blaine is Krista Carrick. Lane 3 for Maple Grove is Genevieve Cadwell. Lane 4 for Blaine, Maggie Landis. Lane 5, Maple Grove, Kara Adams. And in lane 6 for Blaine, Isabel Murillo. Looks like Genevieve Cadwell's built about a body length lead here in lane 3. Maybe more as she extends it coming into the wall. She's going to be handing it off to Alyssa Pearson for the 50 butterfly of this leg of the relay. She dives into the water there in lane 3. Lane 2 for Blaine is Madeline Lawrence. Lane 6, Maple Grove, is Madeline Murillo. I'm sorry, for Blaine, Madeline Murillo. Lane 4 for Blaine is Alexis Edwards. Lane 5 for Maple Grove, Julia Da Silva. And in lane 1 for Maple Grove into the water is Summer Glover. But Maple Grove's built a pretty comfortable lead here in lane 3 as Kana Gadke dives into the water for the anchor leg. She's going to be followed by lane 2, that's Reese Forrest for Blaine. Followed by lane 4, Blaine's Annika Haig. Then followed by Maple Grove, lane 5, Mariah Rinkin into the water. And in lane 6 for Blaine, Lily Clark. Kenna Gatke's coming into the finish here in lane 3. They'll take this first race as she finishes up. And into the water in lane 1 for the anchor leg for Maple Grove is Harper Marsh. But Maple Grove touches the wall first, with a time of 5:42.35. Second is going to go to Blaine. Third, Blaine. And that's Harper Marsh finishing up here his first race. Up next is going to be event number 2, the girls 200-yard medley relay varsity. Leading off for your Maple Grove Crimson in lane 1 is going to be Mia Johnson. In lane 2 for Blaine is going to be Lana Ryan. In lane 3 for Maple Grove is going to be Morgan Thompson. In lane 4 for Blaine is going to be Gabby Bush. Lane 5 for Maple Grove, Olivia Plude. And in lane 6 for Blaine is Bethany Dang. Those are going to be your leadoff swimmers here, swimming backstroke for this 200-yard medley relay. Small break in the action. Looks like we're trying to figure out the timing system. While we have a minute here while they're trying to fix the timing system, they made an announcement here at the pool, but the Chuck-a-Duck raffle is going on tonight. We have donations from Maple Grove Nutrition as well as Hometown Pizza. So thank you to those local businesses for their support. Looks like we're getting the timing system back up and running. And there we go. Should be getting started here any minute now. And yep, again, event number 2, Varsity 200-yard medley relay. Again, in the water here for your Crimson in lane 1 is going to be Mia Johnson. In lane 3 is going to be Morgan Thompson. And in lane 5 is Olivia Plood. For Blaine, lane 2, Lana Ryan. Lane 4, Gabby Bush. And lane 6, Bethany Dang. Pretty tight race here at the turn. Lanes 3, 4, and 5. Blaine is going to hold a slight lead here as they pass it off to the brushstroker, it looks like. That's going to be Margaret Clark for Blaine and Libby Bacher for Maple Grove in lane 3. In lane 1 for Maple Grove is Paige Jarabek. Lane 2 for Blaine is Ashley Ripley. Again, lane 3, Libby Bacher, Maple Grove. Lane 4, Blaine, Margaret Clark. Lane 5, Maple Grove, Chloe Niedzielski. Lane 6, Blaine, Marissa Bang. Libby gets Maple Grove into the lead here after her leg. She's going to be passing it off to Madeline Hetland. While for Blaine, that's going to be Madeline Schrenk in lane 4. Into the water in lane 5 for Maple Grove is Molly Menning. In lane 2, Blaine, Melissa Pollock. Lane 1 for Maple Grove, Allie Kellner. And in lane 6 for Blaine, Sydney Hernandez. Tight race here. This is going to go right down to the anchor leg of this race. We've got Kaya Flaherty in lane 3 for Maple Grove going against Callie Stark of Blaine as they go into the water at about the same time. Up in lane 5, that's going to be Lila Abu-Ayad. And in lane 2 for Blaine is going to be Kate Penoyer. Lane 1, Maple Grove, Bridget Fries. And in lane 6 for Blaine, Arabella Layton. And this is a really tight finish. It looks like it could be Blaine as they touch the wall. And it is. Blaine touches at a time of 1:56.01 while Maple Grove touches at a time of 1:56.16. Taking third, though, for Maple Grove, that's lane 5. They finish at a time of 2:03.16. Good race, girls. Up next is going to be event number 3, the girls' 200-yard freestyle junior varsity. And into the water. Lane 1, Maple Grove, Lillian Peterson. Lane 2, Blaine, Taylor Brouillard. Lane 3, Maple Grove, Jordan Freeman. Lane 4, Blaine, Madeline Scott. Lane 5, Maple Grove, Ava Ronshagen. And in lane 6 for Blaine, Maggie Davini. 200-yard freestyle, 8 lengths of the pool. As they make the turn here after the first 50. Lanes 4 and 5 tight together. Lanes 1 and 6 tight together as they turn. As we near the halfway point of this race, looks like it's Ava Ronshagen turning first, followed closely by lanes 1, 4, and 6. That's Lillian Peterson in lane 1 for your Crimson. Lane 3, Jordan Freeman is battling it out with Taylor Brouillard of Blaine. But it's Ava Ronshagen in lane 5 who's built about a body length lead. It looks like she's going to be followed closely by Lillian Peterson of Maple Grove up in lane 1. That's Jordan Freeman making her turn for the final 50. As Ava turns for her final length, along with Lillian Peterson. Again, that's Ava Ronshagen in lane 5, Lillian Peterson in lane 1. Looks like they're going to take first and second in this race as they come into the finish. Ava touching first, time of 2:24.93. Lillian touching second, time of 2:26.37. Good finish by Jordan Freeman. She's going to touch in a time of 2:36.96. Up next is going to be event number 4, the girls' 200-yard freestyle varsity heat. And into the water. Lane 1, Sophie Nelson of Maple Grove. Lane 2, Ashley Ripley of Blaine. Lane 3, Sarah Call, Maple Grove. Lane 4, Madeline Shrink, Blaine. Lane 5, Molly Carlson, Maple Grove. And in lane 6, Lana Ryan, Blaine. That's Madeline Shrink in lane 4, out to a pretty good lead here after the first 50. She's going to be followed by her teammate there in lane 6, Lana Ryan. And a pair of Crimson swimmers, Molly Carlson in lane 5, Sarah Call in lane 3, followed closely by Sophie Nelson up in lane 1. If you're looking at your screen, lane 1 is going to be on the left-hand side of your monitor, lane 6 on the right-hand side. It's Madeline Schrank turning at the halfway point. She's going to be followed still by her teammate over out in lane 6. That's Lana Ryan. And then a trio of Maple Grove swimmers with Sarah Call, Molly Carlson, and Sophie Nelson. Madeline Schrank turns for her final 50 here. Lana Ryan Going to be followed by Sarah Call in lane 3. Molly Carlson, lane 5. Sophie Nelson, lane 1. Sarah Call is pushing here at this final 50. See if she can take over lane 6. It's going to be tight at the finish here. But it does look like Blaine is going to take 1-2. Madeline Schrenk finishing in a time of 2 minutes, 6.62. Lana Ryan of Blaine finishing second, 2:07.93. Sarah Call taking third, 2:09.54. They don't think lane 1's time registered. But Molly Carlson finished in a time of 2:13.41. Up next is going to be event number 5, the girls 200-yard IM junior varsity. 200-yard individual medley. This is 50 butterfly, 50 backstroke, 50 breaststroke, 50 freestyle. That's the order. Over in lane 1 is going to be Genevieve Moss of Maple Grove. Lane 2, Krista Carrick, Blaine. Lane 3, Evelyn Nelson, Maple Grove. Lane 4, Morgan Wester, Blaine. Lane 5, Brielle Caldor, Maple Grove. And in lane 6, Allison Jensen, Blaine. That's Evelyn Nelson out to a quick lead here on the 50 butterfly leg. In lane 3, a fast first 50 as she turns at a time of 33.05 for her 50 butterfly. The other 5 swimmers are all bunched up pretty tight together as they make the turn for the backstroke leg. As Evelyn Nelson comes in to make her turn for the 50 breaststroke portion. She's still way out in front. She's going to be followed by her teammate over in lane 5. That's Brielle Caldor. With the other 4 swimmers all bunched pretty tightly together. See who has a breaststroke here. Key part of the race. Evelyn Nelson looks pretty comfortable out in front, and Brielle Caldor is opening up a bit more of a lead. And Sophie Nelson over in lane 1 also looking like she's putting in a strong breaststroke leg. She might be in 3rd place at the moment. That's Evelyn making her turn for the final 50. Again, she'll be followed in lane 5 by Brielle Caldor. And Sophie Nelson in lane 1. She's turns at about the same time as lanes 2 and 6. Let's see who has any legs left. Evelyn Nelson coming into the finish. She's going to take this JV race. Time of 2:41.56. She's going to be followed by her teammate in lane 5, Brielle Caldor. She's going to finish at a time of 2:52.65. And taking 3rd place over in lane 1, Genevieve Moss, Maple Grove. Again, that time did not register, so I apologize. Good swim, girls. Up next is going to be event number 6, the girls 200-yard individual medley varsity. And into the water. Lane 1 is going to be Molly Menning, Maple Grove. Lane 2, Gabby Bush, Blaine. Lane 3, Libby Bacher, Maple Grove. Lane 4, Nevaeh Miller, Blaine. Lane 5, Morgan Thompson, Maple Grove. And in lane 6, Emelisa Pollock, Blaine. It's Libby Bacher out in front here in lane 3. She's going to be followed closely by Nevaeh Miller of Blaine in lane 4. Morgan Thompson turning in a tight race with lane 2. This backstroke leg of the race, Libby builds a bit more of a lead here on her opponent in lane 4. Blaine's holding second place and third place at the moment. Morgan Thompson in 4th. Molly Menning in 5th, it looks like, over in lane 1. Libby holding a comfortable lead there in lane 3. Morgan Thompson making a push here. Coming up on lane 4 as they make the turn. Libby will turn for her final 50. And we'll see what Morgan Thompson and Molly Menning have left in them for the freestyle leg. As Libby makes a turn for home. Morgan Thompson in a tight battle with Gabby Bush, Nevaeh Miller of Blaine. Gabby Bush over in lane 2. That's Morgan Thompson in lane 5, Nevaeh Miller in lane 4. Looks like Morgan has a slight lead as she goes in for the finish here inside the flags, and she will touch second. Morgan finished the time of 2:20.45. Libby Bacher taking first, the time of 2:12.54. Third and fourth are going to be going to your Blaine swimmers. And then Molly Menning over in lane 1, she'll touch fifth, 2:28.67. Good swim, girls. So after Blaine takes 1-2 in the 200 freestyle, Maple Grove takes 1-2 in the 200 IM. Up next is going to be event number 7, the girls 50-yard freestyle junior varsity. We're going to have 3 heats of junior varsity. Heat 1 is going to be an all Blaine heat. Blaine swimmers only this heat. So again, Blaine swimmers only. Lane 1, Isabel Murillo. Lane 2, Morgan Wester. Lane 3, Maggie Landis. Lane 4, Alexis Edwards. Lane 5, Reese Forrest. And in lane 6, Elle Graff. Up next is going to be Heat 2. It's all Maple Grove in this heat. In lane 1, Elena Dykoff. Lane 2, Vidya Gopalin. Lane 3, Olivia Plood. Lane 4, Lillian Stevens. Lane 5, Vedika Thapa. And in lane 6, Jaden Williams. Looks like Vedika and Jaden, lanes 5, 6, along with lane 3, Olivia Plood out in front. That's going to be Olivia Plood taking this race. A time of 28:53, good swim. Lane 5, Vedika Thapa, time of 30:60. Jaden Williams taking third, 32:58. Elena Dykoff, 4th, 35-34. Lillian Stevens, 5th, 37-96. And Vidya Gopalin, time of 44:30. Up next is Heat 3. This is going to be a mixed Maple Grove and Blaine heat. Heat 3 here. Lane 1, Chloe Niedzilski, Maple Grove. Lane 2, Sydney Hernandez, Blaine. Lane 3, Allie Kellner, Maple Grove. Lane 4, Elise Dupre, Blaine. Lane 5, Genevieve Cadwell, Maple Grove. And Lane 6, Arabella Layton, Blaine. Tight race here for your 50 freestyle. As they come into the wall, looks like it's going to be lanes 1 and 2 touching first. And that is going to be Maple Grove's Chloe Niedzilski, touching at a time of 29:28. She'll take first. Sydney Hernandez of Blaine taking second. Blaine's Arabella Layton third. As we move on to event number 8, the girls 50-yard freestyle varsity. In lane 1 is going to be Lila Abu Ayad. Lane 2, Marissa Vang of Blaine. Lane 3, Kaya Flaherty, Maple Grove. Lane 4, Callie Stark, Blaine. Lane 5, Charlotte Woods, Maple Grove. And lane 6, Kate Penoyer, Blaine. As they dive into the water here. Fastest race of the evening, folks. This will be a tight one. Lanes 3 and 4, they swim the anchor leg of the 200 medley relay as well. That's Kaya Flaherty in lane 3, Callie Stark lane 4, and Charlotte Woods in lane 5 right up there with them. As they come into the finish, it looks like it is going to be Blaine that's going to take this one, and they do. Callie Stark taking first. Kaya Flaherty will take second, 25:58. Charlotte Woods will take third, 26:16. And Lila Abu Ayad, Maple Grove, will take fourth, 26:82. So your Maple Grove swimmers take second, third, and fourth in this varsity race. Good swim, girls. And now we'll take a break as we head into the diving portion of the meet. Okay, I'll do my best here announcing the divers. I can't quite see the scores as they hold up the scores during this diving portion of the meet. Well, it looks like we're going to have 12 divers here tonight. 6 Blaine divers and 6 Maple Grove divers. Up first is going to be Adelaide Ness of Maple Grove. I'm sorry, 4 Blaine divers. And 7 Maple Grove divers. I think that was a 5, 5.5, 5. Up next is going to be Julia Marlin, Maple Grove. Five, 5, and 5. Up next, Whitney Kowalski, Maple Grove. Four and a half, 5. Up next, Sydney Bush for Blaine. Four, and 5. Up next with her first dive is Meg O'Leary, Maple Grove. Four and a half, 4. Diving 6th will be Catherine Thel, Blaine. Five, 4, 4.5, 5.5. Up next, Ellie Caruth, Maple Grove. Five, 4.5, 4.5. Up next, Maddie Lund, Blaine. Two and a half, 3, 3. Up next is Maya Johnson, Maple Grove. Four and a half, 4, 5. Up next, Sophia Larson, Blaine. Five and a half, 5, 5. Ellis Landry for Maple Grove with her first dive. Final dive of round 1. 5.5, 5, 5. Sorry, 5, 6, 4.5. Your second round of diving, this is going to be Adelaide Ness. Six, 5.5. Up next, Julia Marlin, Maple Grove. Four and a half. Whitney Kowalski for Maple Grove with her second round dive. Four and a half. Sydney Bush for Blaine with her second round dive. Four, 3.5, 4. Meg O'Leary for Maple Grove. Round 2 dive. Four and a half. Catherine Thel for Blaine. Five and a half. Ellie Caruth, Maple Grove, round 2 dive. Five, 4.5. 4.5. Maddie Lund for Blaine, round 2 dive. Three and a half. Maya Johnson for Blaine with her round 2 dive. Four and a half. Sophia Larson, Blaine. 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half. Ellis Landry for Maple Grove, finishing up round 2. Four, 3 and a half, 5. Heading into round 3, we've got Adelaide Ness for Maple Grove. Four, 4, 5. Julia Marlin, Maple Grove, round 3 dive. Four and a half, 5, 5. Whitney Kowalski, Maple Grove, round 3 dive. Two, 3, 3. Sydney Bush for Blaine, round 3 dive. Five and a half, 5, 5 and a half. Meg O'Leary for Maple Grove, round 3 dive. Three and a half, 4, 4 and a half. Catherine Thel, Blaine, round 3. Four and a half, 4, 5. Ellie Caruth for Maple Grove with her round 3 dive. Three and a half, 4. Maddie Lund for Blaine, round 3 dive. Four and a half, 5, 4 and a half. Oh, I'm sorry, 4. Maya Johnson for Maple Grove. Five, 4.5. Sophia Larson for Blaine with her round 3 dive. Four, 5. Final dive of round 3. Ellis Landry for Maple Grove. Four and a half, 6. Fourth round of diving. Let's start off with Adelaide Ness, Maple Grove. Five, 6, 4.5. Julia Marlin for Maple Grove. Four and a half, 4. Whitney Kowalski, Maple Grove, round 4 dive. Five, 6, 4. Sydney Bush for Blaine, round 4 dive. Four and a half, 4, 4.5. Meg O'Leary, Maple Grove. Three and a half, 4.5, 5. Catherine Thel, Blaine, round 4 dive. Six and a half, 6.5. Ellie Caruth, Maple Grove. 5, 5, 5.5. Maddie Lund for Blaine. Four. Maya Johnson from Maple Grove. Three, 2, 4. Sophia Larson for Blaine, round 4 dive. 4.5, 4.5, 5. Ellis Landry, final dive of round 4. Four, 4.5. Round 5, Adelaide Ness, Maple Grove. Four and a half, 4.5, 4.5. Julia Marlin for Maple Grove, round 5. Four and a half, 5, 4. Whitney Kowalski for Maple Grove with her round 5 dive. Four and a half, 4, 4.5. Sydney Bush for Blaine, round 5. Three, 2, 3.5. Meg O'Leary for Maple Grove, round 5. Three and a half, 4, 4.5. Catherine Thel Blaine. Six, 5.5, 5.5. Ellie Caruth for Maple Grove up next. Five and a half, 5.5, 5. Maddie Lund for Blaine. Five, 4.5, 4.5. Up next is Maya Johnson, Maple Grove. Four and a half, 5, 5. Sophia Larson for Blaine, round 5. Six, 5.5, 5.5. Final dive of round 5, Ellis Landry of Maple Grove. 4.5, 4.5, 5.5. Sixth round of diving, we've got Adelaide Ness for Maple Grove. Four, 3, 3. Julia Marlin, Maple Grove. Three and a half, 4. Whitney Kowalski, Maple Grove, with her round 6 dive. Three and a half, 4.5, 3.5. Sydney Bush for Blaine up next. 3.5, 4, 4. Up next, Meg O'Leary, Maple Grove. One, 1.5, 3. Catherine Thell, Maple Grove. Three, 3.5, 3. Ellie Caruth for Maple Grove. Five, 5.5. Maddie Lund for Blaine. Three and a half, 4, 4.5. Maya Johnson for Maple Grove. 6th dive. Six and a half. Sophia Larson for Blaine. Round 6 dive. Four and a half, 5. Final dive of round 6, Ellis Landry, Maple Grove. Five. And that concludes our diving for the evening. Looks like we're going to have our Chuck-a-Duck competition right now. We want to again thank our 2 local businesses who donated gift cards for the winners, Maple Grove Nutrition and Hometown Pizza. Thank you for those donations. Go out and support your local businesses. After this Chuck-a-Duck competition, the swimmers will warm up again before we start the second half of the swimming portion. We'll be back in a little bit.